It be that time, gentlemen. It be that time. Football time, final time, whatever word you want to use, we're about to go. This should be an interesting one. Should throw up a couple of interesting scenarios at the very damn least. But, for all intents and purposes, hello, what's good? It's time! Final time. We've got a very important game for Nancy's tenure because it could be already under threat if he somehow finds a way to fuck this one up. It's final time. We're at Hampden. We're up against St Mirren, the easiest of the three fixtures that Nancy has had to take charge. So maybe there's an easier, more laid-back approach to this one, and there are some positives potentially based on the way that the live scores kind of running up the formations, because we're apparently playing four at the back, which could be a very good thing to say. But we'll shout out the first few that are in. Nice to see that there's some people already hyped and ready to go. Nice to see you, Caden. Hope you will, mate. Hello to you. Likewise with you, Brian. Likewise with you, Flash. Well, I love to see everyone that's in here. Early doors. Likewise with you, Schneb. And early doors as well, my guy. Nice to see it. Likewise with you as well, Shuto. Hope you are all well and in good health. We should hope it's the same kind of case for the boys today, because no matter what way it's sliced, we have to kind of, perform. It's the fucking minimum. It's the absolute minimum if we find a way to mess this up, I swear to God. It will not be a good day for us if we somehow find a way to cheese away and lose this. Prediction wise, I'm going 3-1. I'll explain my reasons. I know Nancy hasn't got the team firing in all cylinders, but this is a do or die type of game, and I think if you want us to perform, this is the type of situation that you'd want us to do it in. Of course, right, like, cool, losing to Hearts sucks, but it's okay because we have those games in hand. We're technically level on points if we win those two, so it's fine. The game against Roma, we weren't expecting to win against them, however, that performance was fucking bad in the first half. So the main thing that we'll be looking to try and fix is just getting some silverware. And the game against St Mirren, like I said, it's the easiest one of the lot. So hopefully we can do a job there. But St Mirren are no slouchies. They got into the final for a reason. They're a solid ass wee side they can defend. They're very solid and pragmatic. Got some very good centre backs with some height on them. They can cause some problems. They're playing with that three at the back formation, but they're playing with a five in the middle. I suppose I can kind of show you the team's. Nice to see you all though. Hello to you as well, Arthur. Nice to see you, my guy. No, that's true. Flush was talking to me about it a few days ago, Caden. It was very much a thing that happened. But I guess we should start with St Mirren's side, right? It's the one that makes the most sense. But, I mean, it's a pretty standard. We know what they do. St Mirren have played this against us the last time. Pretty much the same team with the exception of Gogic being pushed a bit further forward and King being dropped back. That's the only real switch. But they got Shamar George starting in between the sticks. Freckleton, King and Fraser are their three centre backs with McMenamin. Obviously Phillips. Gogic, as I've previously aforementioned, playing just a bit further ahead than usual, but he might drop in to give them extra defensive depth when needed. Obviously Keanu Bacchus and Declan John as well, and Lundulu and Ayunga as their two striking options up front. Both of them are big boys, they know how to hold up the ball well, so you have to say that Scales and Trusty might have a bit of a problem. However, here's where we do have a change, because according to LiveScore, Nancy has decided to fix his shit and go with the four at the back. No silly, pragmatic, dumbass moves. This makes sense. I don't mind it at all. It's the standard 4-3-3, the one that worked for us so many times before. And that's what we've gone back to. So it's nice to see. You got Schmeichel in between the sticks. The two Scotsmen come in the full-back slots, and Tierney and Ralston respectively, and Scales and Trusty trying to kind of hold their line defensively. But it's what they're used to, so I don't mind this at all. Scales playing on that left-hand side makes a way more sense than playing him in the middle. So I like it. It's not bad at all. Obviously, I'm playing in the midfield, but I imagine it would be McGregor playing centrally, Rio playing left, I'm playing out right, and obviously the front three might be a little bit wrong according to LiveScore, because what I would imagine it would be is Kelechi playing through the middle, Dyson playing on the right, and Tenekte playing on the left. So definitely a much more interesting and straightforward team, in my opinion. I think it's one that should get the job done if that is how we're playing. If you want a little look at the benches, I suppose I can leave them up there for you now, so you can take a little gander at them if you would like to do so. The names that you can't see in the bottom there, I'm sorry that you can't, because the score prediction thing, it's Colby Donovan and Mikel Mandaron playing on that side. In fact, you can see the Mandaron one, but you can't see the Donovan one, so fair enough. You're saying 2-1 Celtic. It's a good prediction to go with, Schneb. 3-1's the one that I'm kind of sitting with right now. Hampden Park is ready to go, it's parked out. And hopefully a decent performance to be had. It's the bare minimum we can hope for. If we start off slow, that's fine, it's not too problematic, but you don't want to let it go on too long, because the thing with Stephen Robinson's sides is when they have picked up wins this season, they tend to come in the second half. So very much like us, they don't do a lot in the first 45, so we need to do the damage in the first 45 ideally. It's going to be an interesting one for damn sure. I think it's going to throw up some interesting scenarios. Like I said, that midfield, there's going to be an interesting battle. The 3 midfielders for us up against the 5 for them, but they do have the kind of disadvantage of having to post 2 out on either side. So if we get 1 or 2 good balls in behind Tenekte or Maeda, whoever's playing on the flanks, and more importantly, you know, if Maeda's starting on the right hand side, like I would imagine, because Tenekte isn't necessarily more graceful there, it's definitely a case of cut in and shoot. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of crossing unless it's absolutely critical, or we've got an overlap from one of the full-backs in Tierney and Ralston. So it seems like there's a bit more of an actual tactical layout to this team. It's got a more pragmatic approach, and if that is the way we're playing, I very much like it. I don't mind it at all, man. You're saying when I get Nancy to fuck. I think it's a bit too early. Again, I get why. We've discussed it over the last 2 games. I get the frustrations with Nancy. But the main thing for me is that he just had to tweak a few things and realise that his tactics just aren't going to work out the gate. You have to kind of slowly kind of introduce it, you know. It's so seeing something like this it's a nice change of pace. Obviously that 4 at the back formation could do some real damage, and hopefully that's the case. But yeah, hope anyone that is in here is enjoying themselves and having a lovely time of things, a good weekend. We ain't got too long until Christmas. Hope some of you got some shopping done for that, because holy shit, man, it's going to get hectic over the next week or 2. Boys are getting ready to head out the tunnel as we speak. But some pretty interesting predictions, to be fair, I've got to say. Got 2-1s. I mean, I think the common theme is that a lot of us are still expecting us to concede, which is fine. I don't think it will be too problematic if that's how it stays. But as long as we have a good performance, like I said, I'm not worried about us not winning this. I even said it during the Roma game. This is the real testers game, because there's no real pressure on Nancy to be the underdog in this one, right? With Hearts, it's cool, right? Because they're the league leaders. You're chasing them technically. Nancy wasn't really going to be able to just understand the memo with that in the first game. Roma's Roma. This is a game that you should win, regardless, right? So we have to watch and observe how this goes, and hopefully we can have a decent performance to back it up. Like I said, it's the bare minimum we can realistically hope for. Got to give the Paisley boys a credit though, they've shown up with a tifo in hand. Most of the stadium, as you would expect, is decked out in green and white. That's not really too surprising whatsoever. I've been just curious to see what the lineup entails, because obviously the Premier Sports will give you a more realistic layout of what the actual lineup is. I'm just going to pull the secondary lineup sheets up here then now, just so I have them there, because although I mispronounce any names, that Lundulu one will definitely trip me up once or twice. Absolutely, I'm not even going to sit there and sugarcoat it. Oh man, I hope we can get some good performances out of these boys today. Let's read out the lineups. We'll start with the home side, because that makes the most sense. For St Mirren, it's Shamar George starting it in between the sticks. Richard King is their middle centre back. Freckleton and Fraser playing either side of him. You've got Conor McMenamin playing on that right hand side, Declan John on the left. The 3 midfielders with Keanu Backus, Killian Phillips and Alexander Gogic holding that midfield spot, but bear in mind he will drop in to cover spaces, especially defensively, if it's needed. They've got Jonah Ayunga and Dan Lundulu playing as their 2 striking options. For Celtic, as we just touched and discussed, it's Schmeichel that starts in between the sticks. Trusty and Scales, or our 2 centre backs, Ralston and Tierney, take up the full back spots for this one. Rio Atati and Callum McGregor are going to be playing in that midfield alongside that Belgian boy. Hopefully he has a good game today, because he was not particularly convincing against Roma, but Giles holds his spot. Tenekte starts, theoretically it says on the right hand side. We know it's going to be the left, and he actually will probably be a solo striker, and Maeda's out right. Thanks Live Score for getting that one wrong. But nonetheless, that's what we have to go with. That's what we've got, and hopefully a decent performance can be had. 3 more. Fair enough, Shankly. At least you're back in. Nice to see you, mate. Hope you're well. Credit to your team last night. There was a couple of interesting scenarios that could have played out in that match, but fair enough, these to get the job done against Falkirk. Like I said, all we can really hope for is a half decent performance, and that's about it. It's weird because Premier Sports doesn't seem like it's green. Theoretically, it could be 3 at the back, 4 at the back. I'm not sure. I'll go pull up Google's lineup and see what's going on now. Because I usually gives you a more accurate rundown. Sunderland are leading Newcastle for anyone that's interested in that. That's just happened, I guess. Let me just pull up Celtic real quick. Let's see if the formation matches or if it's different. No, it doesn't even tell you. Fantastic. Right, well, maybe if we go on to one of these. Just a decent performance, lads. No silly shite at the very least. Ball's about to get underway. And that will kind of update it live in real time. Redemption of bus, simple as that. Absolutely spot on, the man for all seasons. Hopefully this is a team for all occasions. Celtic have the ball underway. Let's go, football fucking time, man. No stupid shit, and that's all we can really hope for. Although based on what I'm saying straight out of the gate, it seems like the 4 at the back is not the way we're playing whatsoever. So that's an interesting one. I don't know if they'll update that over time. Once the stats bits comes up, you know how it goes. I'll switch over to that one, but for now, obviously you're stuck with this screen. I do apologise, but eventually it will update. It takes about a minute or so. And then we'll be waiting. Ball sent forward, good header down by Scales. Just kind of click back into space. Scales, tell you what, wasn't the most comfortable clearance in the world. He just kind of digs it out from under his feet, gets it away, and St Mirren will do their best to try and get it forward. Hooked and chased down that far side, and I tell you what, could be awkward, but Scales does his little dance, gets towards his man quick enough, gets it up the field. Maybe awkward still, it can actually be awkward. St Mirren have it in the box, early chance. Definitely seems like it's that 3 at the back, takes a deflection, and I think it's a corner kick for St Mirren out the gate. Solid move for the Buddies. It wasn't the greatest pass out for the back for Scales, poor giveaway, and the younger's not really going to waste too many seconds to try and funnel a shot away. It's a good step in for McGregor in the end to get the block, but as you would expect, not the most comfortable start from us. Well, we have possession stats at the very least. I suppose that's something. Title says final. Yeah, that is the League Cup final, my guy. Oh wait, wait, no fucking wait, I looked away for it. Have St Mirren scored there? Right, okay, I was saying that Celtic would have been the team that needed to score in the first minute. St Mirren have scored in the first minute. They're the ones that lead. Fantastic, man. I looked away for 5 seconds. That's why you don't look away before a set piece gets swung in. For fuck's sake, Nancy, this is not the great start that you would have wanted. It's a simple header in the end. Who the fuck's mark? Oh, dude, that is so poor. It didn't look particularly threatening, but it's where it bounces that matters, because if it bounces up, catches that far post and bounces back in, I don't know how he's left that easily unmarked. But 1-0 St Mirren. That is fucking awful. Fair enough. I can't even argue with it. It's like, the header is nice, but fuck me, was that preventable? It's the skipper for St Mirren that's got it into the net. Fantastic. Fuck's sake. Great. Great, man. This is fun. Can't say it anything else except fair fucking dues. We have conceded in every single Nancy match in charge so far. We've conceded from a fucking corner. Bro! You know that there is defence, right? You can do that. You can put people on people. You don't need to leave motherfuckers completely open. That is 3 games in a row, man. That is so stale. Oh, man. We're off to a flyer. Yay. That's why we said that there was going to be a goal in this game for St Mirren regardless, because it just seems like it was written in the stars. However, we do have an entire match to turn this around, but we're up against the chase now. So boys, do not fuck it, please. Like, get back into the game as soon as possible. That's all I can really ask. Rio's done well to win that one back. Gets it into the box, takes a big deflection and clearance for St Mirren. Good work for them, though. Played out far side, Tierney has it. Good ball into space, and it's well held up by Arn. Played out towards Dyes, and he is on that left-hand side to Necht. He's rotating with him on that right. That's probably why LiveScore got the formation wrong, but it is that 3 at the back. Ralston's more or less just anchoring off of his man. Good press for Scales. Doesn't necessarily win out in that battle. It's good solid stuff for St Mirren actually by default. Never right to go for it, the Irishman, but you have to be a bit more clever if you're going to poke it through the legs. I love how everyone, as soon as he starts loot, it's like his name's now Nancy Martin. It's like, fair enough. I can't even argue with it right now. Well, that was worst case scenario. Can't really argue with it. It was a very quick start for St Mirren. They get a set piece, take advantage of it. It's literally worst case scenario for us. It's exactly what we didn't want to happen. But of course it does. Because why not, right? And St Mirren have actually won it back here. They're still in the press. Maeda does well to actually dig out. There could be a break for Celtic if we move it quick enough. Tenecti does well to shimmy it. Rio's got to play it down towards the far space. Does get out to the far space. Tenecti's going to have to run at his man though. Now against 2 of them, but gets to the byline, whips it in, cleared away comfortably by Gogic. Bacchus just follows it up and gets it up the line. And Celtic will have to build for the back again. You think St Mirren has scored 2? There's never a bad time to score if you're playing against Celtic, because realistically it's just it's an absolute Achilles heel in Nancy's style of football, man. Like if it happens once every few games and you're like, fair enough, right, cool, but every single match that I've witnessed under Nancy so far, we've conceded pretty much that exact type of corner. Simple ball into the box, no one's marking them for some reason because we're so set on doing zonal marking, which is fucking stupid. Apparently there's a foul on a St Mirren player there, that who was offside. Scales, one of the 2. Celtic are well bad at defending corners. Yeah, honestly, Shanklin, I'm not going to fucking argue. I mean, I know your name's Tom. I'm still going to refer to you as Shanklin because it's just the name that I see. But yeah, you're definitely not wrong, Chief. Getting Nancy to fuck. Nice to see you, Megan. Yeah, I suppose a lot of people are feeling that way right now. I still have optimism until the 90th minute, and if we lose, then I'm kind of going to start swaying more this way. I've been on the fence so far. I've tried to find the positives in the defeats, but you can't be positive about the start here so far. Kalici's done well to shimmy that. It's nice to have an actual striker back in the team though that's potentially going to dig Nancy out of a really tough situation. Scales gets a left hand side, Tierney does well to step past his man, but he's going to still have to be cautious with it. Does well to spin it back, cross in, ain't half bad. It's awkward, there's a big missed chance for Rio on the run in. Doesn't quite get the contact, but Tenecti's got out on the far side. Tunisian's going to step inside, solid feet, tries to get towards the byline, goes down. Referee doesn't see too much wrong with it, and honestly I don't see too much wrong with it either. He just slipped under his own feet if anything. Celtic try and cut the ball out, but it's going to be a throw-in for St Mirren anyway. Decent stint for Celtic, good response. Ugh. It's like watching Trusty win the first game. I think it's just a classic case of St Mirren playing without that pressure. Like, they know realistically as Celtic they have to win this game. They are not necessarily seen as favourites. That's why I said at the start of this stream, this is the game that you base and judge Nancy off of. The first 2 you can kind of forgive for different circumstances and reasons, but he's had a few matches under his belt now. He should have an idea of what his team's capable of doing, and he's still sticking apparently with that 3 at the back formation, which just confuses me because Ralston's more or less playing as a fucking midfielder at times. I know it's so that if Tierney pushes up, Ralston slots in and we've still got that flat 3, but it's just very silly. The ball over to Lundula was respectable. Chase down was there. Fortunately didn't work out there, Gogic's pass. Keep the faith. I think there isn't a lot of faith. It's kind of like you know, when you boil water, right? The faith is kind of like the steam off the top of it. It evaporates very fucking quickly if you turn up the heat on it too quickly. And right now that's pretty much what's happened. St Mirren may not necessarily been the better side in the opening kind of exchanges of this match, but the fact is they got their chance and took it, and that means they can sit and defend if they have to. They won't attack unless it's necessary. Good ball into the box. Maeda is there on the chase, but he just can't dangle out the right leg in time, and it goes all the way through to George comfortably enough. I respect it. It was a good hustle. Oh yeah, I should say for anyone that is in here, I know most of these are subscribed because you are all legends and all return, and that's, you know, vibes, and we love to see it. But we are 2 subscribers away from 1800. We're slowly working towards that goal. So if you are new here and you want to consider helping us out, it's one of the best things you can do. Thank you. If you are new here, then yeah, do that. If you aren't, consider liking the stream. Keeps us in the algorithm. Does us a lot of solids. Absolute shambles is a nice way to summarise it. Flash, good ball into the box, and he arches off the back of him. Good safety, George. That's what a goalkeeper's meant to do when a ball is played at the far post. Good, solid hand there. Really good goalkeeping. Got to give him credit, man. I had to see it just off the back of his defender, man. It was a good header, Iniacho. Nothing wrong with where he put it. Just well saved. Good ball into the box again. Iniacho's hanging off the back of his man. This one's dealt with, but not fully cleared. Freckleton will chase down, keep him occupied. Same with John on that far side, but Celtic play through them again. Scales gets a bit of pressure put on him. Mix of Bacchus and Phillips there. Tierney's tried to get the cross in, takes a deflection. It's going to bounce out, throw in far side. We could go along with this, but more often than not we tend to be playing it a lot more shallow there, and that's exactly what we do. I'm just annoyed I looked away when that corner came in, because it looked like nothing was going to be a threat, and I looked back and for some reason I seen like St Mirren fans celebrating. I'm like, alright, I guess that's happened. So I do apologise if I missed some chats. Could have done much better. Yeah, that's probably one of the nicest ways to say it. Them scoring first is the worst as well. It doesn't set a good tone, but Celtic have responded in the way that you would hope. Good, really good block actually. Maeda's got the hold-up touch there if he wants to, but Gogic is there on the rebound to clear it away. And then Scales just misses the ball entirely. And then gets, oh for fuck's sake, Scales, man, come on dude, that's bad. There's a chance for St Mirren to get a second, and there's a deflected touch for Trusty. Now we need to defend a corner, which means it could probably be 2-0. Bruh. Scales did absolutely fucking horrifically there up against Ayunga. It was good strength for the St Mirren boy. Give him credit, man. Nothing wrong with it. Bundles through his man, gets the ball, runs with it. Trusty does well to step in when he does. Give the Americans some credit there. But showing that Iniacho chance again, it's a really solid save for George. Did have to see it quite late off the back of the deflection. That is true what Flash just put in there. If you go into the description as well, there's a direct link that takes you to the community Discord if you are interested and you want to join. They mentioned on Open Goal on Thursday that apparently Martin O'Neill wanted to stay. Well, if that's true, then I'll be very much annoyed. Oh, fuck off, man. Chance for St Mirren again, hold on. This time we clear it, but it's still not fully set. That was a good block for Ralston. Good shit, big fella. And eventually the flag goes up for offside. I think it would have been on that bounce in behind towards, I think, Ayunga or Bacchus. One of the two of them was there. Well, technically they were both off. Well, there you go. The more you know. Not the, yeah, definitely not the play for Scales at all there, that has to be said. Oh, we did just gain a subscriber. I was wondering what that little notification noise was. Well, we're one away now for 1800, so thank you very much. Good press for Arn. Wins it back, Ralston. Seems that we started applying the 4 at the back formation just a wee bit more. Looks like Nancy was just experimenting with the 3 to see if he could get the shape. We're still very stretched out. You've got 3 across the back and then 1's hanging off as an anchor. Whether that ball, for fuck's sake, stop giving the ball away in stupid areas, man! I was just giving you credit, Ralston. Do not do that. There's another giveaway. Referee still doesn't want to give a foul for that. For fuck's sake, that one should have been a foul. First one I can understand, but that one was just a straight up bundle. Just went through me to get it. But St Mirren seem to be the team on the ascendancy rather than us. Not good. Well, they have a chance to get a long ball into the box, and that could be even more problematic for us, let's be fucking honest. So any type of ball into the box, it is just the undoing of us for whatever reason. It's a good throw in. And then up and away. Unnecessarily cleared though. Johns retained it, good hold up. McMenamin doesn't win out in that battle, but it's retained by Gogic on the spill. The cross in ain't half bad. It's going to find a way all the way to that far side. Bacchus has it. Freckleton, good shot. Nice little 1-2 pass. St Mirren are in here. That could have been two. Once again, I think it was either Nandulo or Younger. One of the two that made a post run to the kind of far post there. Just offset the run. It was, fuck's sake, man. Rio does not mark the run in behind at all. Just kind of bodies him for a little and then just lets him run through it. You need to mark your fucking men. Like I said, this zonal pish just does not work. Because teams just need to be like, alright, cool, if he's going to be there and just mark that specific area, play through that area instead. That's good for Iniacho. Although, for some reason, nobody wants to overrun on it. Maeda eventually gets there, good pass, and it's actually a nice wee 1-2 in play there. McGregor has it in the midfield. Got to try and slow the ball down where you can. Ralston gets out towards Tenecte. Doesn't necessarily get further than a few feet before it's blocked and cleared away, and St Mirren will try and retain this and keep it in, and it's a really good effort from Lundulo actually. Rolls it back in, Gogic tries to spin back on his man and it doesn't necessarily work out, but they do retain the ball and he actually tries to keep the fight alive, which is nice. Oh, that's a poor giveaway for St Mirren though actually, and it could be a chance for us if we can shimmy it in time. Good move for Iniacho, he gets it through to Rio and Rio just immediately passes it off a black and white body. So it's a throw in on that far side instead. Still dangerous and potentially threatening for us though. McGregor out towards Rio. Rio goes for a ball into the box. It's spilled. Oh, it could have been awkward. Iniacho was there again. George did just enough to put him off with the help of his defensive counterpart there. There's a long ball sent forward. Trusty gets in front of his man. Does well enough. And then he points at Schmeichel like it's a WWE wrestling match or something. It was genuinely a mix of good goalkeeping and poor goalkeeping for George, because he does well to get his hands to the ball but drops it as well. Could have been honestly a bit of an iffy one that. Honestly, this is watching Celtic versus Real Madrid. Nah, I'd say it's like more like Juventus. Black and white pinstripes, right? Just kind of disheartening that we've conceded so many goals the same way. Literally 3 of our, what? How many goals have we conceded now? Like 8? 7? But essentially around half of them have came from corners. Well, nobody's marked a loose runner and it's just a simple header in. It's not nice. Kelechi's got it from the edge of the area though. Tierney. Maybe a chance for a cut back for Arnell. Does the right thing, scales, whips it across. It's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. There was 2 runners there between Kelechi and Maeda, but neither one of them could necessarily stretch out and get on the end of it. Oh, that's disheartening because it could have been a really solid chance as well. It was a lovely ball in by Scales. And it's Dyson that does get the flick on, but unfortunately for us it doesn't catch that far post like St Mirren's header did in the first minute. Instead just bends out and away instead. It's a little unlucky, but it is what it is. We're atrocious. This is not a Celtic team year 72 and this is the worst Celtic team you've seen in years. Yes and no. Like, we know that the team can play better. It's just specifically the system that is really not doing us a lot of solid right now. But I can see your point. It just sucks. Look at the fucking quality that's sitting on the injury list, man. You've got Jota, Cameron Carter, Vickers, Johnston, all sitting there. All very, very solid, pragmatic players. 2 of them are good defenders, which is a very big problem for us right now. So, yeah, again, I can't get Nancy full on pelters, but my fucking god, can you just play it 4 at the back? It'd be so nice. Like, we did it in the second half against Roma and it worked out a little bit better, so my hope was that he would have took that same approach to this one, but it's not really happened. Nah, that's why I made the joke, Flash, you're spot on the guy. terms of a great team that got turned into a shambles. Yeah, can't really argue with that one. All I needed to say is one way to summarise it for sure. Well, taking their time, so I'm guessing this is going to be another long throw for St Mirren, and it's Bacchus it's going to just throw everything behind this. That's exactly the game plan. What a fucking throw that is as well. Kelechi, nice, good step in, mate. I was going to say he had to get Sutton in the way because it looked like he was teeing up to shoot for range. Ball into the box is half threatening at best. Michael claims it comfortably enough. Looks like Celtic are starting to control a bit more of the ball now. It's hard to say either team's outplayed the other. St Mirren have had stints. You'd say about 10 minutes of this game has been theirs, 10 minutes of this game has been ours. Celtic have had chances, but again, seems to be the issue where we can't just get that clear cut one. Good header for any actual. That's probably been about the extent of it. Maeda's run on could have been threatening, but so far it's just that opening goal that's given them the advantage. St Mirren skipper with a header in literally the first minute. Oh, what are you doing? For fuck's sake, on. It's just silly. I get that you're trying to win the foul, but you just pass it in that scenario, man. McGregor runs it forward this time. Scales. Not a bad pass. Maeda's there. Spout. Awkward, and it takes. Yeah, bro, it is just like watching a game of FIFA every fucking time with this team. Could have bounced anywhere in our favour, but just fucking coincidentally bounces right in front of the goddamn shot stopper. It was a great run for Dies, and it was a lovely ball in as well. Can't say the Japanese man did anything wrong, got it across, and it's just a really crucial touch right at the end. That's disheartening, but once again, another big chance for us. Blessed weekend, comrade. Nice to see you, my friend. I don't really know what to call you. I'm just going to call you Mac, or Old Mac. Hope you're in good health, my guy. Oh, that's got to be a foul! That's got to be a card and all. Get it out. Get a yellow, at least. And the man who just scored for St Mirren that we just talked about, Fraser's now booked. Because that looked like a very dead set run. It was a lovely hold up for Eniacho. The ball through was just as good, and Maeda gets his legs absolutely fucking taken out from him. I wouldn't say it's a red. Unless he catches him in the top of his studs. So I'll see this now. Is his stud showing? If it's not, then yellow is about right. Yeah, it's fine. Yellow seems about right. Some really nice crosses for Scales, which is ironic considering the fact we have fucking Tierney in the team, which shows you how weird our formation actually is. It's like everyone's rotating to try and fit in with a system that they need to play about 2 or 3 different positions. Good set piece opportunity though. Tierney's going to be the one to tee this one in. It's high and towards the back stick. Trusty wins the knock on. Scales looked like he was teeing up to shoot, but opted to just kind of leave it at the end there. Tierney's good ball and chance! There's the equaliser! Bang! Rio! Thank you, mate! It was only a matter of time. Thank fuck for you, wee man. Rio's made the run at the back stick. Lovely second ball in. Good defence initially for St Mirren, but they just don't see the overlap and run for Rio. Very similar to how we conceded. It was just poor marking. You've got to be fully honest there. Some nice play for Celtic to get it back into the area. It's lovely for Tierney. We're just talking about good Scales crosses. Well, that one's just as fucking clean. And it's a great run for the Japanese man. Gets around the back end of his man, just sticks his leg out in the nick of time, and it's a lovely redirected shot actually from that angle. There was some technique on that because he had to catch it soft to get it back across the goalkeeper. But we're back in the fucking game. Form is temporary, but class is permanent, and that is fucking class. Let's go, boys. Kick on now. One apiece. Scenes when we concede 60 fucking seconds later. If it happens, I will cry. I will cry in a million ways. Do not let it happen. Oh. Cheers, Rio. Appreciate you, mate. Do that more, man. That'd be nice. It was genuinely a sustained press for Celtic though. Like I said, St Mirren have had their stints in the opening 25-ish minutes. You have to give them credit where it's due, but Celtic have been the team in control for predominant amounts of it. Good switch for our side, headed down and comfortably enough. Rio. That's a good... Wait, hold on a fucking second. Speaking of the devil with shit... Oh, hold on. Kelechi, good move. Chance played out far side. There could be another one that's blocked. McGregor gets into the box again. Spilled, and this time cleared away. Celtic are looking for blood. That is a lovely touch for Scales. Anyone that's watching that game, that touch for Scales was very, very clean. Just to dink it over his man there. That was lovely. Ball into the box could be potentially on here if connected. Oh, it's a deflection! And it just about gets away from... Oh my god, it hits the side netting, man. George is smiling because he knows that could have bounced anywhere. Two big chances in as many minutes. Honestly, almost as many seconds. And now, of course, now the St Mirren injuries have started. The ball into the box for Tenecti was absolutely fucking brilliant. Oh, I tell you what, George really did well to keep an arm out there, because if he didn't, that would have been an own goal. Oh, is that why he went down? Alright, I thought he was just going down with cramp or something. I kind of caught the... Fuck is Nancy then? There we go! Let's go, Nancy! Showed some passion, big man. There we go. It's nice to see that when we score, you come to life. Literally running down to the touchline, fucking Yakuza emoting on them. No tactic board in sight, just gain directions to your skipper. That's better, big man. There we go. Looks like he's waking up. Only won 5 of his last 20 at Columbus. Yeah, look, we don't want to speak negative on him until there's a reason to. I mean, let's be honest, there is a lot of reasons to, man. It's not encouraging at all. Well, we've had some moments. The players are keeping them alive here. Yeah, that reverse angle, George really did well to keep an arm, dangled it. No hellish shouts, now I'll do my best to learn them. No promises if we score, though. I can't hide those types of reactions. He is finally showing some French fire. Good shit, mate, come on. Looks like St Mirren are going to be forced into an early change. Honestly, the replay didn't look like it was too bad, but he might have just bobbled up off the surface weird or something, I'm guessing. Either way, comes back and there's a corner kick to be played. On lays it across and effectively enough, it's out towards Tenecti. Ball in. Dangerous. Gogic clears out towards the edge. Have a crack. Oh, it was not a bad effort. Well blocked in the end. And Celtic... Oh, I love that for Trusty. Good shit, big man. Ball into the box is dangerous. Cleared away in the end. Trusty's still got it on that far side. Don't know why he's playing as a left winger, but fuck it, that might be his new natural position, because that was some pressing and a half. I'm actually optimistic about the way we're playing right now. Nice. Tenecti. Simple ball across. McGregor's just going to look for the open. Oh, wait a minute. Dyson's onside. Was he onside? It would have probably been hard to tell, but either way, he was just too small to get a flick on from the ball into the box. Casper needs to go. There isn't no pension fund. Yeah. I think this is probably his last season anyway. It's kind of like Joe Hart. He was great for the first season he came in, and then fell off the season after. Probably would make sense to get a younger one in at some point. I keep saying that we should go for Keller because he's class. Right, Keller would genuinely be a great signing. It's not as if we don't have the funds to get a goalkeeper at his talent in. So we're not seeing young boys or the Green Brigade at hand in this time either. Yeah, but to be fair, at least there's some good noise still being made. Granted, that comes with the advantage of having like 70% of the stadium. Well, there is another set piece chance for St Mirren. I'm not looking away this time just in case there is some weird ass knock on. Nope, we get it away. Nice little hold up touch for Tenecti. McGregor takes a slightly heavy second one but keeps himself in the battle. Rio does well to pop the ball up. Scales should just retain it. Or head it straight to them, I guess. That's valid, I suppose. Ball into the back end of space. Could be dangerous if St Mirren can keep in. It's a good attempt, good hustle there. It was actually one of their centre backs that made the run through. got to say, a couple of really good players for St Mirren so far. You got to say Phillips got some good passing about him. That Nyunga is definitely a threat. It's a shot that led to the corner that got St Mirren a goal. Obviously the goalkeepers came up big once or twice as well. Tierney gets into the box, not fully cleared. Hooked up and away by Gogic. He's definitely dropping back further and further every attack there is. Joe's good for the first 2 seasons. I'd say it'd be like, like Maze Runner or the Hunger Games. First one, class. Second one, alright, tolerable, you can accept it. Third one, what the fuck's the point? That's the way I summarise Joe Hurt's stint. At least he's a good pundit though. You always get Kelleher in when you play FC. Honestly, Kelleher's next class, man. He's someone we really should go for. Most PL teams are covering him. True, but he does like Celtic. And he's Irish. And we do love signing an Irish player for the Premier League for some reason. Step out. I was going to fucking say it on. I'm a bit late to step out there. It gave St Mirren a bit of time to set their shape. Interesting opening half an hour or so. Similar for the Japanese as well. It's deserved. Can't say it's been a horrific response from us. But you kind of want a second before half time. I thought Nancy was doing the old fashioned thing and writing down on his hand there, he's got a tiny ass wee notebook. There's a bit more bounce and bite about the team now, especially when it comes to the counter-attacking scenarios. We just got another throw in there. Pretty much on the halfway line dead. But Celtic just playing to retain right now, which is honestly not the worst move in the world. Guess we're halfway through this. I was going to fucking say, pass it back, man. Schmeichel, just switch it, mate. No dumb shit. There we go. Oh, he got lucky with that one. And Scales gives it away anyway. And Maeda comes back and wins. Why is our best defender our fucking goddamn left winger? I have no idea. Good shimmy and shuffle there for you, Dyson. Sinisalo deserves his chance. Yeah, I generally thought he was pretty good in the few games that he featured last season when Schmeichel was out injured. St Mirren have a chance. Oh. Good pressing from us. We win the ball back and there's actually a chance to break forward. That's a good run as well to Nekte. Still fucking going. Nice wee man. Now's not the time for the ball in the throat, man. Jesus Christ. Nah, the ball through is not particularly great at the end. How's the pub league going? What? What are you talking about, brother? Pub league, but your literal last manager used poached face because he was doing that good. Come on, man. You cannot be a Spurs fan and give a shite. That's a good break. And Iacho's got a lot of space as well, actually. Hold the fuck up. Does well to hold it instead. Just plays it safe, I guess. Celtic wouldn't last in our top 2 divisions. Yeah, the same way that if you stripped all of the financial liberties that teams from League 1 up in fucking England get, you win more for winning fucking League 1 titles than you do winning the SPFL's top title, and yet we're still able to fucking compete in Europe relatively consistently. You can say what you want, mate, but you can't really, you're not really going to make me sweat with that one, to be honest. Spurs are only relevant because of the sheer hundreds of millions that you spent, and that's to win a Europa League. Nice. With your fucking squad, you should be competing in the Champions League and consistently so. And remind me where you finished. Oh, that's right. Almost relegated last season. That's right. The Europa League saved a lot of your skin, my guy. I don't actually hate Spurs. I prefer Arsenal. I don't dislike Spurs by any means. You've had some class players, man. Harry Kane, top top striker. Oh shit, is any actually going to come off for Kenny, I guess? That's not a good sign, man. You're just back for injury. Don't be injured again, man. Fuck's sake, do people have hamstrings made out of glass? Like players like Human Song and all that as well. Some absolute class players for Tottenham. I'm not going to sit there and shit on your club, but come on. You can't compare apples and oranges, mate. It's just two totally different colours and two totally different schemes. Was there any Aussies in here? What the fuck happened in Australia? Did something bad go down? Today I've not looked at the news in the last like 2-3 days, so... Oh, poor Kelechi, man, you just see him fucking slam the door in pure frustration as he walks down the tunnel. I think he's not happy, but... Yeah, it's the classic trade-off. If any time we score a goal, we lose someone to injury, I guess. That's disheartening as fuck. I can't wait to get Jota back and have his hamstring absolutely capitulate in the second minute, man. I don't know what the fuck our physios are doing, but I think they're needing to figure their shit out. Because the same fucking thing happened to Johnston. He comes back, gets injured basically the same game he returns. Can we stop fucking bringing players back too quickly? Keep Iheanacho on the bench next time, man. Let him come on and get like 2-3 games as a substitute if you're unsure that his hamstring's up to speed. Well, the good news is he was able to walk off the pitch relatively fine, so I don't think it's a serious one. I don't think it's one that will keep him out for weeks. He might have just tweaked it. There might be a slight bruise or something. It didn't look serious enough because he was able to walk it off. That's the hope. It's just never nice to see because, you know, we ideally want a striker, and now we've got Kenny again. Although it's nice to see that Nancy realises Kenny exists. That's good for skills. Nice clearance there for St Mirren. They'll try to win a foul for it, I guess. He's been hit in the face apparently. Might have caught something on the follow through there. Let's have a look if he's a diving bastard or not. Oh, what do you know he is? Fucking typical. Doesn't even get to... Oh my fuck... Alright, Zorro. Get a grip. You're meant to be a tough cookie, bro. That's kind of sad. Tierney. I actually like that throw. If the touch was a wee bit better for Arm, it could have been threatening at least, but doesn't work out that time. Played back in the end towards Schmeichel, calm enough. Only 2 teams can play in the Champions League in England. What? Nah, I mean, there are teams that do alright. Arsenal were semi-finalists last year, for crying out loud. Chelsea won it a few seasons ago. Like, if that's not a valid argument, Caden, unfortunately. But hey, I mean, you bring any team to the SPFL and give them the wages and fucking finances we have to work with, and I guarantee you, even Man City would struggle. Jesus Christ, man, they struggle in their own league as it is with the amount of fucking loopholes they've tried to expose to get titles. Imagine what they'd have to do win the SPFL when you've only got fucking $4.5 million for winning a title. Who's the bot, though? I don't see any bot in here, to be honest. If you're talking about Megan, she's genuinely a real person. She's been in our community for about 2.5 years now. She's literally in our community Discord, if that's who you're talking about. But I don't see any other bot names. Unless I'm just not seeing them because my mods are removing them. If that's the case, thanks mods, very cool. We've got 7 odd minutes left in this half. Not too many chances since our equalizer, to be honest. 1 or 2 half chances. And the following minutes, if anything. But since that point, last 10 minutes or so, not as many forays into the box. Rio. he's getting absolutely fucking... It's a good battle between him and Bacchus, though. Credit where it's due, man. Those two have been going at each other the whole 45. Lovely clearance for Ralston, actually, and it could be a chase down if we want to make it a chase down. Kenny has the right idea. Chase it, run, run, run. Ah, I respect her. Was it Arn that chased it down? One of the two of them ran forward there. I respect the fuck out of that. People don't actually see how good the league is. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some good aspects to it. The league as a whole is starting to rise as a standard. We're just not rising at the same levels, right? It's like baker's bread, right? You've got certain amounts of yeast. You call that the finance, right? And some leagues just don't have the yeast to make their bread rise quicker. But there is still some good bread in this league, 100%. Just need to know where it is. Ah, you're good, Ada. I can get the confusion, but she's a nice enough lass. She doesn't promote or anything like that, so you're more than fucking fine. She was one of my first members, believe it or not. Yeah, and as Chateau just said, one of our OGs. There's a few OGs in here. You got Flash, Chateau, Virtual as well. Good number of people that have been here for actually a number of seasons now, which is very much appreciated. Connect, that could have been something. Still could be something if we want to play it back. That's class. Good shit, man. Wee Tunisian's figuring out his feet now. He's not had too many opportunities to run at his man down that right hand side, but anytime it's came to him, he's willing to try and take it on, which is nice to see. McGregor's there if he needs to use him though. Yeah, takes his man on again, gets it back into the midfield area. Yeah, they definitely got on running around as the extra anchor in that midfield. It's allowing Ralston to just open up options. I don't mind it too much, but again, still at one apiece. There's certainly no comfortable aspect to this first half. Going behind in the first minute, pull ourselves back into it. It's a lovely finish. For real, that could have been something there if we just moved that. Fuck's sake. Went backwards instead, that's disheartening. North County were in our league last season, they lost 6-0 to Wraith. But Wraith are a good side. Oh shit, someone's just been hitting the buzz. I think our skipper's not going to have any future kids. That's a shame. That is what it is. Damn, that's really unlucky. Speak of the fucking devil, ain't no way. Well, I appreciate you. Case in point. That's how you know she's real. Bots can't do that. That's very Kenny though, Megan. Welcome back. I'm not sure how many months that is in total, but you got access to all the emotes and stuff as well. Thank you for joining us again. Speaking of joining things, here's Tierney joining the attack. That could have been something. Eventually we're just forced to go all the way back. Love that, we even got a little hype train going in. That's class. Oh, so's that ball. Chase it! Get there! Throw your fucking... Yes, good shit. Tierney gets there towards the byline. Chance, potentially, if we want to shimmy it quickly. You've got to move faster, though. That's not moving fast. But St Mirren panic in their own front and give the ball away for a throw-in. Miscommunication between George and Fraser at the back there. And it's a throw-in pretty much in line with the box. Played short towards Arn. He's done well. He finds space. That could have been awkward. There wasn't a bad ball in either. Kenny just couldn't dangle his leg out in time to connect. He's still got it on the edge of the area though. By no means done and dusted this attack just yet. Takes a deflection, corner kick, decent fucking walk down that right hand side. Potential chance for us to do something now. A goal right before the end of the half would be fucking soul saving for a lot of reasons. Arn's definitely got the ability to make these crosses dangerous. That much is for damn sure. We so need this shaggy window. That is probably the nicest way to summarise that. But begging for it at this point. Ball in, not too dangerous. Could have been threatening-ish, but nothing to really come of it. Back out towards the Belgian, played inside. McGregor might just run it off and pick an easy pass. Actually goes behind them. Wasn't expecting that. Good ball out towards Ralston. Tenecte. Lovely ball for Ralston towards Tenecte. Still dangerous. Takes a deflection. I'm not sure if it's going to be a goal kick or not. Tenecte says it's came off his man. I guess if there's a replay we can see what happened there. Oh, it's definitely. It should have been a corner kick, yeah. St Mirren man sticks his boot in the way and gets away with it. Smart man, Flash. You're a good man. If you want to help us out, that's probably I should run down the list. Consider subscribing if you haven't, like if you haven't, and if you want to join us, there's a link down in the description that can take you through to the same Discord. It's a community Discord. You don't necessarily need to be a Celtic fan. If you just like Scottish football or sport in general, you'll probably find some people that you might like in there. St Mirren actually are the ones that have the chance. They've had no real sights at goal for the past 20 odd minutes, and right on the end there they have a half chance. Ayung is complaining, and very loudly so, he's yelling at the top of his lungs. 3 additional minutes to be played for those that are curious. Only got about 2.5 minutes of those left. Sent forward and down the flank again. It could actually find its way. Lovely touch for Tierney, man. He's woke up in the last 10 minutes. Getting a lot more involved in the play. That's a good ball to Rio. The flick out is not too bad either if there's a chase down there, but St Mirren just prioritising most likely getting to half time with that one apiece scoreline. Wouldn't be too bad at all. It's also the hardest transfer window. Yeah, because you'll have the board going, do we want to invest in a manager that's not really hitting the ground running? They're going to do that whole spiel. It's probably why they brought him in. I hope they back him. If he earns his keep over the next few matches, strings a few wins in a row. To be fair, the boys have responded relatively okay from going one behind. Not super stellar stuff, but respectable. Definitely been the stronger of the two teams in this half, and there could be another late flurry and chance. Tierney into the box. It's a bit of an awkward... Well, it's a very awkward cross because I think it's Freckle and they just missed that ball entirely. Tenecte's got it far side, cuts inside, tries to get the cross away, takes a deflection, and we got a corner kick, something to smile about. At least this could be the last chance of the half for us, so we can creep it in. That'd be nice. Oh, we're on here dead nearly 20 likes. That's things you love to see. Well, that is the like goal for the stream. I don't know if we hit 1800 yet. I'll get that refresh and see. Still one off. 1799. Oh, that's a good attempt actually, to be fair. He's kind of surrounded by a sea of black and white bodies there, so it was always going to be hard to try and raise above him to pop that header. So it was just going to be a loft and hope kind of thing. Didn't work out. Thanks, Hiccups, very cool. I literally drank tea to prevent that from happening. I love Chateau. I just seen Chateau's message. There it's all. I suppose we can look over some scores once we get to half time. If you have any teams that you're keeping an eye on, including the English ones in here, we can check Tottenham's score as well, I suppose, if they're playing. But any teams in particular they want me to take a gander at, let me know and I'll check them out at half time for you. We've only got about 5 seconds left. And then it's on the referee's clock, but there could be one last chance actually. It's a 4v4 break, we've just been decked there, someone's been taken out. I think it's Maeda. Tenecte's still got it though, far side. This is going to be the last chance of the half. Laid off towards a flank. Something's awkward, still bouncing around. I just don't think Ralston could have set himself there. It was the right approach. And the referee should be blowing the whistle at any point now. Which eventually... Oh yeah, I was going to say, yeah, it's done. Half time in this one. I think it's... oh shit, okay, hold on. Every time I look away something dramatic happens. For 1 second, and then St Mirren are apparently fighting with Celtic players over something, I guess. Maybe some words were exchanged or whatever, but Celtic very quickly pull everyone that needs to be pulled away. St Mirren surround the referee with McGregor, and I think it's a Ayunga and Ndulu that's complaining, is it? Ndulu and Fraser. Trusty's been yellow carded and Lundulu's been yellow carded, so it must have been an incident between those two. Good work for the captains to get over there and pull the players away before it got any worse than that. But not ideal. Trusty going into the book. We'll probably try and expose that space. What positions do you think we need to add in January? I think obviously if we're going to be playing with extra wingers, we're going to need extra wingers or people that can play left to right, you know, midfield, kind of those types of areas. I feel like obviously a centre back would be ideal, an extra one or two. Maybe if we just recall Nowitzki for loan or something, which would be a very hard thing to do, you know, with the contract that we sent him halfway for the season. But if we can get him back and then bring one or two extra signings in, or even just try and like work Simpson Pussy into the team the way that we do, or Dane Murray, then maybe an extra centre back would be nice. Obviously a striker would be fucking really, really useful, because as much as Kenny's a good player, he's clearly, you know, not preferred by Nancy. It's kind of obvious if he's willing to start a very injured Iniacho that was already kind of half out of energy before the game even kicked off. So I'd say that as well. You can make an argument for goalkeeper, definitely, but again, I don't think it's too much of a problem right now. I think Sinisalo should get some options. He should certainly get some minutes. That's for damn sure. I'd want to see it in the second half of the season, or even just in the cup matches when we get into January, and especially against when we play like fucking Talbot, for instance. Play Sinisalo in that match. Schmeichel has no fucking need to be on the pitch for that type of match. Let Sinisalo take those ones. Give the youngsters some minutes. Give them some developmental chances, and that could be good. Where did VOD end up? Italy? Is it? I don't know if it's Como, but he ended up in Italy, I believe. The January window scares me. Unclear if Nancy would be back. That's my kind of concern as well. It's like, if we do well with him, it's going to have to be the case that he has to have a great run from now until the January transfer window, and more or less halfway through it, because he's going to need to show that consistency. If he can't, then why would the board be willing to slap down 10, 15, 20 million and be like, buy who you want to buy? It's the same issue that probably Martin had at Rangers at the start of this season, where it's like, cool, you're solid as a pick for now, but you need to, you know, earn your keep. And yeah, tactically that just didn't work out for them, the same way right now it's a bit awkward for us. You hope Nancy can have a great half-time team talk. He's definitely going to need to walk in there with some fire in his belly for sure. Like he's going to probably have to sit him down and be like, look, here's the situation. Yous are playing quite bad now. Yous have played okay in the last 10-15 minutes. Do that, but for the whole kind of second half, and we'll get unlimited chances. But you need to start actually taking them, right? You can't just get into the box, fuck around, and then dance, and that's it. So it's yeah, one of those, I guess. But you can feel that he's just going to walk in there with some like French wine or some shit. Like, right, my friends, here's the game plan. You're going to go out there and you're going to fuck them up. Is that good? Trusty sitting there pure angry because he's been yellow carded, ready to like punch a motherfucker up, man. You're like, get me out there, get me on a Junga, and I'll break that man in half. Look back Nancy and January just to say the problem was Rodgers. Oh, I think everyone knows what the problem is, Wayne. It's literally top to bottom. The players don't want to play for the manager because the manager hasn't earned the respect. The manager also hasn't earned the respect of the board, but the board doesn't respect the fucking manager or the players. The players don't respect the board. The manager probably just about has a decent standing with the board, only because he hasn't figured out how shit the board are actually, you know, yet. Wait until January and then he realises, oh fuck, I got more money at Columbus to do transfers. What do you mean? Then, you know, it starts the whole vicious cycle again, which is kind of what I want to avoid. That's why I want Nancy to win this game and then just kick on from there, because like I said, the first two you can forgive for different reasons. Roma, very strong European side with a lot of very good pedigreed players. Hearts was his first game and he came in right at probably the worst time, let's be honest. I feel like a lot of us are still in the same boat, that he shouldn't have came here until after this match. But at least he's showing a form of fight, I guess. I know it's against the St Mirren side that's done very little, but at least there is some fights. And if it wasn't for some good saves and defence on St Mirren's part, then this game could be easily 3-1 at least, you know. So, got to take the little things. I suppose the advantages that are right now were on course for the score prediction, so that's good. Newcastle fucked you for your coupons. Oh, I'm going to guess they drew, well, either lost or drew Sunderland. Let's take a gander at some results then, shall we? Let's start with the Premier League. Yep, Sunderland did hold on. Aston Villa won 3-2 against West Ham. That would have been an interesting match. I seen the Wolves match last night. That was fucking hilarious. How they could, like, they just fucked it right at the end. It's amazing. Oh yeah, Nottingham Forest literally just beat Tottenham 3-0. Huh. And they're talking shit. That's incredible. Fair enough. Can't really argue there. Man City won 3-0 against Palace. Sunderland did hold on to beat Newcastle. They are doing really good. I'm fucking happy as hell for Sunderland, man. Like, don't get me wrong, Newcastle I have a lot of kind of time for. They're a great club, but Sunderland I just appreciate that a bit more because they've done it the traditional way. They haven't just sold their souls, in essence. I'm not saying Newcastle have sold their souls. Their fans are still very passionate, but Sunderland have done it through grit and grind, you know what I mean? People thought they were going to get absolutely fucked up the arse this season, but they've kicked on completely fine, man. All the power to them. Oh, they're a mainstay for years to come. Some interesting games still to play. In about 3 minutes, Brentford and Leeds kick off, and then tomorrow night you've got Man United v Bournemouth. Is there any interesting things going on in the SPFL? Oh shit, I need to just search up a team because it does that cringe crap. Celtico, and then we just go to matches, table, SPFL, thank you. Aberdeen are 1-0 down to Kilmarnock, apparently. I suppose if you want a little view of what's happening domestically, there you go. 69th minute, nice. But Killie are 1-0 up against Aberdeen. That's kind of surprising, actually. Fair enough. Sunderland is your English team. They're a solid choice to go with. Liverpool's mine. You never walk alone. My granddad supports them. Pretty straightforward. But I do have a very, very soft spot for Sunderland because of that old Netflix series. You know, I'm Sunderland till I die. Just like, I love that entire Netflix series. It made me appreciate just how tough some fans have it. But Sunderland fans are just class. Plus, in that documentary, Celtic came down and beat them 5-0 in the pre-season. That's the whole reason I started watching it, because I just wanted to see that match and how they reacted to it, but they were actually pure respectful, and you're like, oh, go on lads, these are nice. Orthodox Christian, fair enough. Every game at the moment for us, you still experience the typical 11 man behind the ball. It's fuck man, wait until we're actually in front in the goddamn league race if that happens. Is there any other matches, or I wonder if, let me actually search this up because I haven't fucking seen it in time. How are my boys doing? How are my absolutely beautiful baby boys doing? We played yesterday night. We got a draw against Benes. Oh, good for us. Not too shabby. What I want to see is the table. Never mind, I guess I can't. Fair enough. Right, if we're going for changes in the second half, who do you think the reasonable play would be? Right, I mean, we're already kind of forced into the early change with obviously Kenny coming on for the actual with that hamstring injury, so that's fun. It's always class. I wonder if they fixed the lineup thing yet. No, apparently we're still playing with that 4 at the back. It doesn't seem like that's the case. Interesting enough. Interesting enough. Let's see what people are saying in chat. Hated, adored, and never ignored. Oh, wait, yeah, okay, Man United. I was like, wait, what the fuck? It's Watchalong that's typing it. It's like, right, fair enough. Can't really argue with that. Hated, adored, and buying players you can't afford. That's what you're fucking saying should be, let's be honest. Orthodox churches basically don't care if you're Catholic, Protestant, whether you don't go to church before Scripture. Alright, fair enough. I get that. I know as much as I kind of swear to God and all that stuff, I'm actually agnostic by trade. I believe in proof. I guess that's the whole saying, right? I'm an agnostic atheist or some shit like that. Even though it's not really the case. I don't, believe there's a guy that's sitting on a cloud or anything. I believe there's higher powers. For sure. Kinda has to be. Maybe you just don't put labels on things. People believe in what they want to believe in. Leave it at that. Every time Celtic should beat teams, I put a bet on them. With the players that you have, they always let me down. Well, I mean, it's a final, and Nancy's obviously, he's looking for his first silverware since the MLS Cup win a few years back, so yeah, there'll definitely be some nerves in this game, man. But we're playing the better stuff. I'm a fucking Jedi. I want a Scottish. I really want a Scottish fucking. Get me a Scottish Jedi in Star Wars right now, and I might actually start watching that shit, man. Can you imagine? Like Palpatine or some shit, just sitting in the corner, do it, and you're just like, who the fuck are you talking to, you silly wee? I'm going to Glasgow kiss this cunt with my sabre. 2 seconds, bro. Maybe it gets interesting then. I can't see how we're here without something creators because, well, just a mistake of nothing. It's Murphy's Law. If you know what Murphy's Law is, anything that can happen will happen eventually. It's that old, like, monkeys typewriter paradox where if you sit a whole group of monkeys in a room and set a typewriter in front of them and just let them type, eventually one of them will produce the entire reworks of Shakespeare. That type of thing. It's dumb as fuck, but it works. It actually makes sense. Never met a scheme Jedi, I imagine that. Where are you from? Are you from the Siths? Are you from here? Are you from there? It's just like, oh, fuck me, I'm from goddamn fucking Broxburn, what are you talking about, bro? Some prick just beamed me up, man. I thought it was Star Trek at first. I was like, nah, man. Darth Vader, man. More like Darth Vapor, man. Listen to his fucking throat. Can't need to stop smoking the cigs. Oh, fucking Luke Skywalker. Ah, Skywalk tea when I do the hard stuff. Yeah, like a disappointed dad. Do you remember the old red seal? You're going to be a bit more specific, my guy. My brain is not... There's just certain things that I didn't know. I can't off the top of my head. We've got about 5 or so minutes before the second half kicks off. We've got a bit of time. What do you mean Chewbacca? You mean Chewbacca? Isn't that what they used to do in the Wild West, mate? It's just... Can you fucking imagine that, man? They need to... They really do need to do that. Make like a old... Let's say like British humour type show. But set in like a outer space type things. Like Spaceballs type comedy, you know? We're just coming out for the second half. We're almost ready to go. Oh, Black. Ah, fuck's sake, you're talking about that. I thought you were talking about something to do with Star Wars. I'm like, bro, I haven't seen any like the new film. I've seen like the first 2, 3 maybe. Maybe 3. I'm going to take a gamble and say 3. Fair enough. Well, second half's about to get underway here, so, you know, if you want to get a cup of tea or anything, you probably have about a minute or 2 before that happens. Celtic players are out and ready to go. We're just waiting on the St Mirren players. That would absolutely be the name of his sidekick, wouldn't it? Instead of C3PO, just let's see if you try that again. I'll melt you down and wear you as a ring. There we go, St Mirren players are out. Second half is definitely going to throw up some interesting scenarios for sure. Let's get back to the main screen because we will be underway pretty much now. A decent-ish performance is all we really can require. First half wasn't the greatest, but the second half could be great enough, and that's all we can really ask for. St Mirren get the ball rolling and George is going to send it up. Just confirming the 2 yellow card bookings before the right at the end of the first half, I should say, between Trusty and Lundulu. Looks like it's going to get very physical out the gate. Rio does the right thing, just sends it forward. There'll be a slight chase down, but it should go all the way through to Shamal George on that far side. Just imagine a women's man comes home to push for the football after being warned. They force your door in. Police officers with that power, man, Jesus Christ, imagine. Isn't that just that fucking thing for the Big Les show? Right? Sassy? What are you talking about? Just him in Star Wars. That'd be class. Oh, Trusty, move it. Yeah, I was going to say that was a press, that. Scales is going to run it up. Hopefully some decent fucking movement on that left side, because we got a lot of really decent stuff going down that flank. Not so much the right hand side, because again Tenecti's playing out of position. Ralston's not necessarily playing as a set right back. He's sometimes a centre back, sometimes a right wing back. It's a mix of the two, you know. Well, if you grew up with the internet, everybody knows the Big Les show. It's always that bit in the fucking volcano that makes me laugh. Like them, they use like the whole fucking volcano as a ball. Oh fucking hell, mate, it's good. It's so good. Well, George is going to send this one up, probably try and find one of the 2 bigger men up for a knock on, which is exactly what happens there. It's pipped up. Oyungo keeps the pressure on, gets the ball stamped down, doesn't necessarily win the ball though. And it's Celtic that actually try and retain it. It's a good ball forward for Rio. Can my throat stop doing whatever the fuck it's doing, man, please? Last 15 minutes has been doing that. Tenecti's just been bundled over there. Referee has no interest and eventually pulls it back for a foul. Robinson looks surprised, but as a foul. Does it win the ball first? No. So it's a foul. St Mirren win it back. They go down looking for a foul themselves. Referee eventually gives it. Okay, fair enough, I guess. Phillips pulls on McGregor's shot and then just jumps up and falls over. No way, that's a diving bastard syndrome right there. No fucking sense. Fair enough. Referee bought the act. Probably small, yeah. Good call, Virtual. Preaches love for all. That's how all religions start. Oh, that's a chance for St Mirren. They've just had a major opportunity. Still dangerous. Not fully cleared. Bounces around. Eventually hooked away off the line. St Mirren are claiming for something like they probably will tend to do. But that first ball in, how the fuck did he not got a header on that? He was left on his own basically. It was just maybe slightly too high on the dip. Again, set pieces are just not comfortable for us to defend sometimes, man. Great steal for Dyson though, that was nice. Forced back up the far side by Fraser, I believe. Rise of Kingdoms. Fuck's sake, that's a good game. For me it's Europa Universalis. That's the one I like playing. Always find it funny because one of the hardest campaigns in that fucking game is literally taking over Scotland and trying to make it somewhat alright. Very hard graft. Well, they're claiming for handball. What is that? Nah, Tierney's hits him in the chest and his arms are behind his back, so unless it faced through him like a ghost, no handball. Well, they did check it to be safe, but check is over with. Civ 6 specifically. I wouldn't pin you down as a top-down type of game, Omega. That's fucking sick. Things you love to see. Speaking of which, there's Trusty, long ball. You know you want to long ball it. There is a run there. Obviously play it safe, he gets it back, now go long. There we go, nice Trusty, pops in the midfield space. Right hand side, Tenecti's got it, Rio's there ahead of him, he wants to use him and does. Laid back towards McGregor and it's all of a sudden a full court press for Celtic. It's been, got to say, St Mirren have had their moments in the opening stint of this half, but here comes the first real wave of pressure from Celtic. Scales got it from the far end, it's a bit of an overhit one, it's going to be a chase down. That's twice you've done that, Scales. You might want to just take a softer touch next time. Nancy's up on his feet and applauding the effort though. And to be fair, he's well within his rights. It was a nice counter attack, just not really executed right. Takes him many hours here that I can imagine, honestly. Not played it. Europa Universalis, it's a lot more realistic. Like if you want a challenge, fuck man, always do like a Scotland campaign or do one of the kind of like older ones with like Zaire or something like that. You've got some really cool things that you can do. Civ 6 is easier in premise. So the same as that other one, I think it's called Risk. Same issue here, Win. Falkland's the one that I play on and off every now and then. Well, some good football to be played there. That's a lovely move for St Mirren into the edge of the area. It's another good ball into the box, and this time no real runner from St Mirren. Basically, boys are going for this. Give them credit where it's due. Celtic do well to hustle out for a throw in on that far side, but I tell you what, man, it was not the smartest exchange between Ralston and Rio. Not in the slightest. Ball in wasn't half bad. I think it was back, so they kind of went for the Trivella ball across. It's Sid Meier's Civilization. Megan, it's a really, I guess, like stripped down kind of battle strategy game. But the whole idea is that you go and discover wonders of the world. You kind of upgrade your country or whatever you take over essentially, and you basically try and win a war. But you've got different characters for different timelines. Like you've got Muramasa and like Cleopatra, Queen Victoria. Things like that. Yeah, Fast just literally described it though. Xbox is the best console. I disagree. My left field shout, if it's not the PS3, would probably be the Wii. The Wii is such an underrated console. Ball played in, my nice. Actually, hold on, I need to stop talking about random shit because there is a chance. Ball deflects, it's corner kick for us. Decent, I'm not going to argue with that too much. It's going to be on to tee this one up in. Girls, it should be interesting to see where he swings this because based on the way we're setting up, it's... we're taking a leaf out of St Mirren's book. We've got an anchor hanging off the back end to our main man in the... not necessarily the 6 yard box, but between like the 12 yard and 6 yard box. Might be a case of a high looper then. Yeah. Definitely seems like that could be the play. As a high looper. Is it going to find? No, could have found the fucking back of the net. George does well to save it. Still awkward, still spilled around, and eventually gathered by George in the end. Could have been unlucky. We were so exactly, man. Nothing. Let's see, for me, if you want like a nostalgic ass sound, it's just like play the opening of Wii Sports Resort. Oh, good run for St Mirren down that right hand side. Tierney's going to have to funnel it. John was there on the chase, but dealt with calm enough from us. You got a Mac, no Steam support. That's unlucky, man. Yeah, your options tend to be a bit more limited, right? You just have shit on standby, Megan, I love that. But yeah, honestly, a PC you get a lot more options, I would say. Like, my PC is old as shit, but it can still run live streams relatively fine, and it's like close to a decade old. Oh, that could have been awkward. Please don't let that get through. Nice, Ralston. Good fucking step in. John wins, I think, a throw in on that far side. St Mirren are going for their own little stint of pressure. First kind of few minutes were St Mirren's. Celtic had their stint. St Mirren are trying to take it back little by little. Valid enough win. But yeah, Mario Kart is goated. I remember on the DS specifically. That's a decent headed chance there. For St Mirren, but was easily gathered in the end by Schmeichel. Not the worst ball out either. Good hold up for Maeda. He's up against four of them. Gets away, gets dragged down. That should be a foul. And the referee, I'm not sure if he's just allowed to go out for a throw in instead. It could have been an advantage. Flash may have just helped someone out of build though. See the Pokemon game I remember is Pokemon Black and White. Ironic considering the fact we're playing fucking St Mirren right now. But Zekrom and Reshiram, two of the OG fucking legends you could get if you had them, well whatever one you had. I had Black, my brother had White. Oh, Tierney tries to have a crack there, I respect it. It's still dangerous. McGregor does well, gets bundled over there. Referee says no foul, ball over. Isn't bad. Maeda, good touch. Doesn't get enough on the second. It's still not cleared by St Mirren. They're kind of panicking a little now. It was very mix and match there. And McGregor's touch actually plays it perfectly from Ndulu to try and run forward and cause some problems of his own. Nice clip at the heel there between Trusty, Ralston and McGregor. It's the advantage of playing with that formation is you can't just get the extra man back to cover if things get problematic. Saints Row, oh my god man, that's a blast for the past. I don't need to even say it, but you'd run around with a bat with a you-know-what on it and just batter people. It's funny as hell. That'll jump off of the tall skyscraper. You had two options in Saints Row. Once you completed the game, those were the two you would take. Red Dead 2 is one of my favourites. I got lumbago. It's nice to know that my community is cultured. They know their games. Fortunately, Celtic don't know their game fully yet, but we've broke through here. That's good for McGregor. Laid off towards Scales. What's the cross going to look like? Not particularly threatening. Easily cleared away in the end by the buddies. Arn's going to win it back though. He gets absolutely floored. The referee points for a foul. St Mirren look like they're appealing it, I guess, but from my angle, it looked like it was a push. Could be wrong. He could have gone down soft, but seemed pretty straight. Well, yeah, no, the two-handed contact. That's a foul. Exactly, yeah, Megan, you don't even... that's how I know that you're serious. Yeah, that's all you need to fucking say. Central was class for that, man. Like 4 or 5 hits and it could destroy any car. It was just such an overpowered weapon for what it was. Well, 2/3 of this game has been and gone, and you'd say Celtic's been the better team out of the two, but St Mirren have more than earned the right to say that they should be in this game. Real opportunity for us to do some damage here, set piece opportunity. It's going to be a case of where Arn decides to swing it. There's a couple of bodies in there that could cause some damage. Got Rio hanging on the edge of the box. That's awkward, takes a bounce, it's just cleared away in the nick of time. Tenecti's going to retain it. Not sure if it came off a Celtic body or a St Mirren one, but either way it bounced out, and even though we still have the ball, it could have been something that kind of half ooze for the crowd, because it could have... Oh, that's lovely if he can keep it in play. I don't think he did though. I respect if he trusted, he tried his heart out. Yeah, we're kind of dancing around the edge of the area a little bit more than we should. 100% valid, man. Cannot argue with that. Need to try and get the keeper to spill a shot, because you have someone like Maeda that can run in and cause some problems. Good move for Kenny there to get that into space. Lovely for Rio, holds it up, calm enough. Tierney got it back for Scales. 1-2 touch stuff is calm from us here. Trusty continues that trend. Ralston as well. 1 touch to stable it, 1 touch to move it on to Necti. Cuts it back towards Trusty. Let's see if there's any open lanes. There is a lot of movement on that left hand side, and Trusty should take that pass. I mean, fucking hell, he's standing on his own. Tierney's got about 60 yards of space. Instead we try to play down the right hand side and end up geeing the ball away. It was honestly very silly considering the fact how open KT was on that far side. Celtic do what they can to try and make it awkward. That could have bounced very fortunately in St Mirren's favour for a counter attack. Ndulu hits the ground in frustration. He knows he could have just about kept that in if he stretched a bit quicker. Thankfully for us he did not do so, and it's a throw in for us. Certainly can't argue with it so far. Interesting opening stint to the second half for sure. Ralston's going to throw it as far forward as he can muster it. Punted straight back up by Freckleton, I believe. Good hold up touch, but McGregor does well to retain it. Maeda's under a bit of a battle. They'll lose his out to, I think, Phillips. Well, not Phillips, I should say. John's got on that far side, tries to shimmy it through. Well cut out by Ralston again. Tenecti gets wiped out, and that should be a foul for us, which we do get eventually. Kind of similar to what we're doing. Most of the attacks are coming down the left hand side. The Count and Yang need to be released. You know what's funny is, like a year ago people would be saying that in the sense you release them for the club, but now let's release them because you know that they can actually offer something. Yang would give us a good crossing option, and McCowan would give us an option for range. I can see your thinking behind that, but it's actually not that bad of a shout. But it's a case of who do you take off. I feel like for McCowan it would obviously be on. He's just had a bit of a quiet second half for my liking in comparison to what Rio's been able to do, and McGregor obviously doing the defensive shifting. So I feel like McCowan for on would make sense. I can get Yang on for maybe Tenecti, I guess. Or if you want to obviously prioritise keeping Maeda fit, push Tenecti to the left hand side, take Maeda off and get Yang on the right instead. There are options that we can go with. That's awkward for Kenny, he doesn't necessarily retain it, and it's a chance for St Mirren to break forward 3v4. McGregor, this is what I'm talking about though, gets back and makes it hard. Gogic just retains the bounce from the rebounded ball. Still dangerous, could be an in-swinger coming in for St Mirren here, but Rio does well to kind of cut that crossing line out. It's still awkward and still dangerous. What are you doing, Schmeichel? No, man! Please tell me it's offside or something, but Schmeichel's just came out for no reason and made it so fucking easy for him to choose a header there. Oh, you absolute dickhead, man. What the fuck? There might be a potential check for offside, but for fuck's sake, man. What is Casper doing? Like, why are you chasing that out? If it's in your 6-yard box, I get coming out to claim it then, but you're pretty much running out to the penalty area at that point. Oh, man. He just gets caught in two minds, doesn't commit fucking early enough, and he just waddles out. He doesn't try and raise his arms until after the ball leaves his head. And where you've got one goalkeeper making actually good saves on the other side of the pitch, this is what we're fucking dealing with. That's so poor as a goalkeeper, man. Poor defensively as well, because the man's just left on his own. There's nothing else to fucking worry. Simple run in behind, simple header, and Ayunga's got himself a really easy goal. It has to be said, man. There's barely any fucking pressure on him. Ball played into the box first, straight away from kickoff. Gogic doesn't necessarily clear it comfortably, although Rio's touch is just to give it straight back to him. Lads, you cannot do this. We were having an alright half as well. Oh, there was a few people keeping on inside, let's be honest, Wayne. Time for me to go and push. Honestly, valid enough. Yeah, Casper really didn't cover himself in glory in that one. I get that you're trying to close the angles, but you just made it so easy for him to choose the looping header. Tierney gets into the box, it's awkward, spilled around and eventually gathered by George. That's how you come off your line effectively. Schmeichel, take notes. I wouldn't say that, to be honest with you, old Mac. He had an alright first season. He had bad games, but was pretty consistent overall. Can't say the same this season whatsoever, man. He's conceding a fucking goal a game under Nancy right now. In fact, more than that. 2 against Hearts, 3 against Roma, and 2 against St Mirren. And in that time we've scored twice. Don't mean to point out the obvious, but it's quite fucking bad. Manhunt was an OG game, aye. I'll give you credit there. Got banned in a lot of countries for obvious reasons, though. That's a good ball into space, cross in, could be threatening-ish, but it's just going to bounce out far side for a throw-in instead. Worrying a lot of play Sinisalo, because I'm guessing Schmeichel has new to the board or something. I'm going to imagine it's something like that. It's just a really bad lapse of judgment. I get it's going to happen, goalkeepers will do that every now and then, but fuck me, they just... very silly. Rio's getting fucking yanked and pulled and pushed about, referee eventually gives a foul for it. How many fouls are they going to get away with, man? He's not brandishing some more cards at some point. It's a great switch actually, really good switch for Ralston to Scales. Scales goes for the kind of hanging cross and hits the top of the net, but not too much of a threat there. Well, to be fair, I was speaking in the Discord with people earlier on. There's a guy in there called Matt that said that realistically this game's going to end 2-2, go to extra time. So his prediction might be on. Just really disappointed because for that entire stint of the second half, it's not as if St Mirren were doing anything particularly threatening, but one fucking loose run. Nobody marks it. It's exactly the same as the first goal, just a simple fucking header. Disappointing on so many fronts, man. It's a calm enough touch for Ralston, he's just going to hook it up rather than away. Not the smartest move at all. Yeah, there's a reason why a lot of us were very much in the boat of getting in after the final rather than before, because, you know, it would just unnecessarily kill the momentum that we built up. If fans can point that out, then we really need to wonder what the fuck's going on upstairs. You know, it's like Forrest is going to be one of the changes, as well as McCowan, so we got one of them. McCowan's going to come on. Definitely be a so one to take. for sure. St Mirren deserve their credit though. But we got 20 minutes to basically salvage something. The only bad thing is in merchant, I she'll never get changed. Yeah. Suppose it's definitely right in its own ways. It does get caught though. Don't know how many fouls Ndulo's got away with, man. He's already on a fucking yellow as well, but I guess the referee forgets that. Just allowed to elbow people now, I guess. Valid. Looks like McCowan is going to be the change. It's going to be for Tierney, but why is it for Tierney? What the fuck is the game plan, Nancy, mate? What does that mean? We're struggling defensively and your solution is to take a defender out for a midfielder. Which means it's going to be a full flat back three, I guess, and Ralston's just going to have to play as a fucking centre back now. Like, what's the stratagem here? I'm genuinely confused. Like, I know it's so that we can go more attacking, but it's going to slot in as an extra midfielder, and it's going to push, well, maybe arm up, I guess. Tierney's sitting on the bench now. Ralston's still getting tended to. Definitely been bossed open. Oi, it's going to be a very, very interesting last 20 minutes or so, that's for fucking sure. And they take, of course they take Ndulo off now, and the man's lucky that he hasn't been fucking readied, honestly. He's got away with about 6 or 7 fouls in the second half alone. He's already been on a yellow, but Robertson's playing it safe. So he's going to be Mandron, and it's actually a triple change. Looks like it's a younger McMiniman and someone else. But Mandron is one of the first changes. And Richardson's coming on for McMiniman, I believe. If that's Richardson, that's fine then. Looks like we're making some extra switches ourselves. Tenecte is off, Forrest is on. That's our change. Yeah, it's a very tense atmosphere now in chat. You can kind of understand why. Well, maybe not a case of winning this game, but getting a goal before the end of the 90 minutes is kind of fucking, it's prerogative one now. It's just bouncing around, bobbling everywhere. Eventually it's gathered by Schmeichel, who's just been, what the fuck is that? I was going to say, man, like, bruh. It looks like it get clipped, but referee nearly allowed play on, and St Mirren would have had an easy fucking tapping. It did get clipped, right? No, I just slipped. He just fucked his ankle, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not, like, Flash, you don't need to apologise. I feel like a lot of people will be quite bitter about this one. We just need that second, man. Even if it goes to extra time, it's not the worst case scenario, but like Nancy really needs to fucking, like, if I ever see the 3 at the back after this match, I will actually just stop watching this team. Sent forward. Good header clear, on does well to hold it up, retains it well enough. He's under pressure instantly though, does fucking solid to keep away from him. They're on that. But then passes it straight into the path of someone that's in black and white anyway, so what the fuck was the point in doing all of that, you stupid prick? Fair enough. Runs forward. Someone have a chance to get it into the box. It goes over quite softly, and it looks like the ball went out of play anyway, went under his legs, and now he's trying to do that thing where he sits on top of it for some reason. Can you stop? Bring back Martin O'Neill. I think that's probably going to have to be the fucking solution, man. I love the enthusiasm for Cade, no, at least he's trying. 15 minutes left now. It's definitely enough time to change this direction of the game, at least give us something to fucking smile about, but the ones that are in Hampden Park right now will not be too happy so far. Good pass for Trusty. Once again, Arms gives it away, but this time McGregor's there to recover it. Lovely move. Still going. Tries to get through everybody, and it's just a bobble and bounce around. Eventually St Mirren get it clear with some pressure on them. Instantly though. Sent for fuck's sake. Why wouldn't you chase that back, you lazy prick? They're in behind again. Chance for St Mirren. Laid off, it's going to be 3. It's game over. I don't fucking believe it. Why didn't you track him back? It is the worst defensive performance I've seen in fucking time. That has been nice about it. It's 3, it's done. I don't actually fucking believe this, man. Once again, defenders overcommit, but hey, look at that, no one tracks back. Why are we playing with 3 centre-backs when we can't defend, man? It's so basic. Everyone's pointed this out since the first fucking match. But hey, I guess you cunts are just miserably bad at being consistent. It is your fucking bread and butter, man. Sorry to say it, but this is just not good enough in the fucking slightest. 8 goals conceded, 2 goals scored. But aye, stick with 3 at the back, you fucking dumbass. Nice one. It's such a shit fucking ball over. This is why you don't take off a fucking full-back for a midfielder! Because no attempt to track back whatsoever. They just allow John to fucking walks past them. Simple ball across because Trusty overcommits. And Schmeichel, yeah, he wasn't going to do much to fucking save that one. It's done. Honestly, fair enough to St Mirren. They fucking deserve it. Get Nancy to fuck the now, man. Absolute fucking waste of time. No manager in Celtic fucking history has lost 3 games in a row. You fucking sit with your goddamn fucking head in your hands, you fucking... I swear to God, man, it's not just Nancy that needs to go. I think we're all fucking aware of it, let's be honest, man. Fucking jokers, man. I feel bad for Nancy because he is definitely going to be the scapegoat here, but his tactics have not fucking helped us whatsoever. What a joke this has been. But do you know what? Like I said, fair fucking dues to St Mirren. They came here with a game plan and they've executed it perfectly. Just wait for us to make mistakes and then capitalise. Not fucking good enough in the slightest, man. But fair enough, honestly. We've got 13 minutes, give or take. There will be a few additional additional time, I should say, before that Ralston stoppage and obviously the delay here. I imagine there'll be about 5 minutes added time, so give or take about 18 minutes for us to get 2 back, which just isn't going to fucking happen because, like always, we lose our striker to a random injury that has no, like, honestly, just fucking Potka lets you out at this point as well. Cunt's just sitting on an injury list for what? I wasn't expecting us to be fucking solid in most fronts, but Jesus Christ, this is bad. Ball sent forward, and of course it's going to skip over the surface. He's not going to be able to chase that one down because of course we don't have an actual fucking striker that's actually good. And he actually came out of the tunnel and he's standing there where he's like, he looks fucking furious and all. I think a lot of players will be fed up with this prick's tactics, man. But it's down to the players now to fucking band together and say, see you stale cunt, we're fucking doing it our own way. We're going to play with the formation that actually worked under Martin O'Neill and actually had some stability under Rodgers. This is about as unstable as you can say our performance has been for a while. Like I said, I wasn't going to judge the first 2 games too harshly because circumstantially very hard games, but this was one that should have been easy. Still dangerous, maybe we'll get something here, but Forrest's ball across is fucking piss poor. A guy who hasn't had a fucking minute in near enough, what, 3 or 4 matches, but we're throwing him on in the hope that it'll change the game. Nancy is getting continually stopped by... yeah. Look, it's one of those, because I don't want to sit there and give him too much shit, but I just don't think he realised how big the challenge actually was and very much underestimated it. Shot for range, takes a deflection, there's claims a handball from McCowan, but not too much else besides that. And takes a deflection and goes out behind. You know, imagine St Mirren for this point are just going to play as defensive as they can. I'd imagine so, Flash. People are not going to be happy. I'm just disappointed because, again, live score showed that formation at 4 at the back. I'm like, alright, cool, that makes sense. No, but of course, that's not how it works. I'm not mad at the fact that we're losing all of it. It's the fucking style of which, man. 8 goals in 3 fucking games. Like, did he come in with any defensive fucking game plan whatsoever? 3 at the back, yeah, it's not the Celtic way at all. Spot on, Megan, couldn't have fucking said it better myself. 4 at the back, even 5 at the back I could understand, but fucking 3. One of them happens to be a fucking fallback as well, like, yeah, that was always going to work. That's what it is though, Mayunga is off, Mooney is on. Surely he's offside there. Referee keeps his flag down for now on that far side. Well, I mean, it genuinely did look like he was off. But yeah, now you put the flag up, mate, fucking 10 minutes later, nice. Oi, oi, oi. We've got a bit of a slog to get back into this one. Oh, they hit 1.8. Well, that's nice at least, you know, a small silver lining, a very, very tiny silver lining on the day as a whole. Yeah, 18:01 right now. Thank you to the two that joined us. Just need to drag yourselves back into this, man. Nah, instead you just randomly fire a shot for range for whatever reason, despite the fact you had 6 Celtic shots in front of you, stupid. This is why this is why I'm taking a break. I'm not doing this shit fucking match in, match out, man. Respectfully. What the fuck is the point? I love this club, but it's been handled in the worst ways imaginable. That's a decent ball towards space, actually. Could be threatening for Kenny. He is going to run up for Maeda. It's all about his first touch here, let's be honest. It's shite. That's not too surprising. Nice wee move to win it back though. Lovely touch into space. We've got a potential chance for range here. Forrest lays it off on the overlap. The shot's good! Good save! That's what I'm talking about! That's what a goalkeeper should do! Lovely shot towards a far post. It's an excellent save for George. Case in fucking point. See what happens when you have a goalkeeper that's actually positionally aware? What's the point in bringing on Yang in the 84th minute as well? Like, honestly, so many fucking questions, man. Sometimes games just do not go in your favour, but fuck me, this has been bad. You got the right score, I know, if you were flipping the teams that got them. Yeah, that's definitely the nicest way to say big ups. Got a few minutes of this one to see out now. That's a shite ball in, it's not going to be too threatening, but there's going to be enough time to get another cross in for McCowan if he wants to take it. Instead lays it off. McGregor could have shaped up to shoot, instead just panics, lays it off instead. and then gives a very bad second ball. McGregor gets in front and then just punts it down the line for no reason. It's just so many fucking dumb things. At this point I'm putting a fiver in. Honestly, aye. You might as well. As long as there's cunts in charge, it's going to be very problematic, but like I said, this was the game I would really start to base my opinion of the guy on, and I can't sit there and say there's been too many positives. It's like I said to you though, St Mirren was a second half team. They never really play that great in the first and then grow as the game goes on. Now it's evident. Nancy's shit is so easy to expose. That Stephen Robinson side looks convincing against us. Yeah, this is pretty much the case here now, Flash. I don't think too many people are happy. Ralston looks fucking raging. Everyone that's sitting on that bench looks raging. I don't fucking get it, man. But I want anyone that did the whole, well, Postecoglou took a bit of time, we can clank it now, because Postecoglou wasn't conceding fucking 3 goals against St Mirren in a final. He had a big chance to win some silverware, kind of dust off the bad start, but all this has done is expose the fact that a team like St Mirren can fucking expose us. And again, we've had chances, but their goalkeepers made some good saves, good defensive blocking as well. And we've done none of that. Schmeichel has made 1 fucking save, if that. But at least it's St Mirren fans that decided to venture out, get a decent way there. Honestly, not giving St Mirren any shite at all. They've played their tactics to an absolute perfect game plan, but it's just disappointing. It's the nicest way I could say it, man. We could have got Knutson for Bodo, we could have got Reigns for Club Brugge. He's now been sacked, so honestly fucking go for him at this point. But we settle for some relative unknown for the middle of fucking America. That's a shy ball forward. Not too surprised by that at all. There's a chance for Simon for the edge of the area. It could be 4, probably is going to be 4. None of these cunts know how to mark a man for their life. Gogic. Ball over the top is threatening. It's just going to be overshot though. Calm enough. Like we'll give him a game. Most likely that's going to be the sad part. Honestly, more than valid, Kev. You take it easy, my guy. Well, it seems less and less likely the extra time is going to happen. Hell, even the second goal just doesn't look like it's going to come. There's no real bite to try and get forward. Dumb changes at dumb times, taking off a midfielder for a fucking fallback, man. That will baffle me for a while. But we'll most likely be in the Discord after this game to discuss some things, just as a whole. So, like I said, that link in the description if you want to join the community and talk shit alongside us. You're more than welcome to do so. I have a feeling a few people will have some things to say. But I don't blame the fans for leaving. I seriously do fucking not. Why should they? Why should they stay for this shit, honestly? I could understand it when, you know, if it's like 2-1 down, yeah, no, don't leave. But at 3, what's the fucking genuine point? Stay last performance, man. First half was, you know, there were signs of life, you know, actual, like, positive notes to take from it. Second half has been nowhere near as effective. One real actual chance, and like I said, the goalkeeper made a wonderful save, so that's the difference. Rio, shite pass, cut out quite comfortably by St Mirren in the end. I am done watching this, to be honest with you, man. Very, very bad. Marco Rose is still out for luck. Well, it's better than whatever the fuck this is. You're out, have a nice night, not bother at all, mate. Can't really argue with you in that one. Nah, I'm spot on, James. Give St Mirren their credit, man. They deserve it. If a team deserves to win, you tip your hat and say so. Then we have done fuck all to deserve anything from this game. Let's be fully fucking real. Same fucking shit as always. The only thing that really happened in this game is that we confirmed that Kelechi is just too fucking pointless to play, because again he just gets injured every time we field him. We can't defend set pieces. We've conceded yet another corner kick. That's 3 games in a row. And Schmeichel can't close space for whatever he's worth. We have 6 additional minutes. That's it. Lack of quality, lack of heart, lack of ability, whatever you want to say, man. It's not been a fun one, for sure. There we go, free kick for the edge of the area. We might have Sutton here if this decides to fly in. St Mirren outsmarted us. To an extent, yeah, I don't disagree with that. They played to their strengths and abused their weaknesses. That's all you can really do as a team that's going to come into any match as an underdog, but it just confirms that every single Celtic fan that said, hey man, maybe bring a manager in after the final because you don't want to mess with the flow that we're in right now. Well, there is no longer a flow. That entire wave has stopped. Dead in its fucking tracks. So someone's just pulled the plug on it, man. There's a set piece chance from a mile out. Maybe something to go here. The 3-4-3 can fuck off. There's a reason why a lot of us hate that formation. The shot for range is decent, but it's going to sail over. I think for all intents and purposes, 4 minutes left, that is game. Give St Mirren their dues, man. Fair enough to them. Got to give Robinson's men his credit. But it's just really irritating how simple the goals we conceded were, man. Genuinely, the fucking second and third one in specific was just shitty marking and piss poor defensive awareness. And then the first one's just a simple fucking set piece corner. Our goal was relatively okay in comparison. It was a nice finish for Rio. He seems to be the only one that fucking tried today. Good ball into space, maybe a chance from range. Good save again for George. He's making damn well sure that there is only one goal that goes in between his sticks today. Yeah, Thomas, spot on. Can't even see the next one coming. I don't even know what our next few fucking fixtures are, but I'm not looking forward to it. Whole team's push. This game has not been the best example of what we can do. But I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck it is Nancy's trying to do. The changes just did not make sense to me, man. The starting formation didn't make fucking sense, but here we are. Maybe a penalty shoot there. Trusty's gone down. Referee says no thank you. Corner kick opportunity instead. Ball in, potentially threatening, cleared away comfortably in the end by St Mirren. We'll keep some pressure on. Maeda does well to keep that alive. And then it's given for a foul. The second we break into, go for a cross. How lovely. And now he's down with cramp. Worst managers, John Barnes. right, no pride, no nothing, need a minimum of 8 players, and why do they keep fucking playing Schmeichel? Angel's been 11 millions, having a laugh. Yeah, I mean, again, it's not necessarily the player's fault. When the tactics made fucking sense, the team played fine. They were able to get wins away against Feyenoord, able to pick up numerous 4-0 wins against some respectable fucking sides, but the second we go to 3 at the back, it all disappears. That should tell you as a manager that your fucking problem is the formation, but hey, you stick with it, you bitter, fucking boring French bastard. Fucking stubborn to a T, man, and it's just not going to work out if you have a manager that's stubborn and a team like Celtic, which is all about adaptation and being able to work with what you have. It's not really going to be a particularly tasteful recipe, let's be honest. Like I said, St Mirren played well enough to deserve it. Ball in the box is potentially dangerous, headed up, not necessarily away. It's nice to used to go for a full court press in the 95th fucking minute, man. Should have been doing this about 10 minutes ago. Ball into space, played out towards the far side, nice wee cut back, might just have a shot. Does have a shot, sails over the bar. That seems to be the fucking theme of the day. That is what it is. Oh man, we're not even in the mud. We went straight through that shit, straight through the goddamn fucking concrete and bedrock and straight into hell. That's what this feels like. And that's full fucking time. Fair enough to them, honestly. Do you know what? When a team deserves to beat you, they deserve to beat you, and that's one of those examples of it, man. Fucking stupidly bad for us. Nancy can get to fuck. See if he doesn't stay out. I'm watching to see if he walks down the tunnel, because see if he has the fucking audacity to walk down the tunnel again. I am really going to lose my faith in this prick immediately, because the last 2 matches he did the same thing. You better fucking go around and applaud the fans that stayed to watch that shite. You utter despicable dick. But fair play to the buddies, man. They genuinely played absolutely class at times. The stints that they were better than us, they played fucking solid, so honestly, fair enough. It's the difference about having a manager that understands the tactics in the SPFL. Robinson's a man that's been here and done it for almost a decade or so now, so he knew exactly what he needed to get out his team today, and it's exactly what he got. Oyunga with a brace, Fraser got one in the second minute. Got to feel for Rio, he's the only one that contributed to any extent to it. There is no meltdown, mate. I think a lot of us were in the kind of same boat. We were not expecting much, but fuck me, was this depressing. That's the nicest way to say it. Very, very stale from back to front, man. Attacking chances, we just didn't take them. There was a few of those in the first half that we certainly could have got away with. The second half, there was just some good saves for St Mirren shortstopper. That George was fantastic. They give him credit where it's due. But defensively was the issue, let's be honest, and fuck me, that was stale. That was very stale. That is what that is, though. Like I said, if a team deserves to beat you, they deserve to beat you, and St Mirren deserve to beat us today, so fucking power to them, man. They absolutely deserve it, but it sucks, because there goes a chance of a treble, which is really fucking irritating. But yeah, that is what it is, right? That's just how the cookie will crumble sometimes. Like our defence! Absolutely non-existent. Team of wimps and a clueless manager. No, look, this is the thing, man. I don't need motherfuckers sitting there and getting the players shite. Because again, when the system works, when Martin O'Neill figured out what we needed to fix, boom, we were fine. We were cruising through games. And then for some reason we're playing with 3 at the back. I would not pin this on the players. There's some players that are definitely kind of riding the wave, let's say. There's some players that definitely need to get their finger out their fucking arses, but I wouldn't pin this on them, man. They've been forced to play a tactic that just doesn't make fucking sense at all. So, yeah, definitely some problems from top to bottom. I think that's the nicest way to say it, you know what I mean? It could have definitely been a better game across all fronts, let's be fucking honest, man. Just really, really piss poor. You want Martin, mate, fucking take the Martin and put the ES at the end and maybe you're getting something about My down the tie don't want to be there, as they should, man. They've watched this team fucking crumble over the past few seasons. Though, On's atrocious. Yeah, domestically not exactly the most consistent player. Good in Europe, that's about it. Yang garbage, wouldn't say that, just inconsistent at best. Scales crap, that's a bit disrespectful. Schmeichel, yeah, no, I mean, I can agree with Schmeichel. Schmeichel's fucking pointless. Don't understand why he's ever been allowed to start, man. If Scotland can score fucking 4 goals against him as a national goalkeeper, because it's clearly translating onto the pitch. Oh yeah, fuck, I should look at the next few fixtures, right, because the ones are going to be kind of crucial for the remainder of the season. Let me take a gander there now. Yeah, it's Dundee United away in the 17th. I don't know if I'll be live for that one, I'll be honest with you. I might just take a break until, maybe I'll take the Dundee and Livingston games off and do the Aberdeen one or something. Cover the Motherwell Rangers one. If you want a little look at the fixture lists, there you go. You can take a little gander. But this is what's happened since Nancy's came in. We've lost 2-1, we've lost 3-0 and we've lost 3-1. We've scored twice, conceded 8, no real fucking point. And sitting there and saying that it's an adjustment period. It's definitely not an adjustment period. He's just shite. He's not a good manager and he needs to potentially either change his tactics or change his nationality to the fuck out anywhere away from Scotland, because my fucking Christ, send him back to Columbus. I'm sure they'd be happy to take him. You might go with the Aberdeen one. Fair enough, man. I genuinely feel for you if you do. It's not ideal at all, but we've got Dundee United, then Celtic and Aberdeen, then it's Livingston on the 27th, and then Motherwell and Celtic on the 30th, and then Celtic and Rangers on the 3rd. And then we play Dundee United again. Fuck, we play them twice in a month. Fair enough. Can't wait till we play. I mean, imagine that, man. Fucking we'll lose to Orthodox Talbot and we'll fucking somehow win against Bologna. Watch our space. Yeah, but in the game that mattered today, we got fucking chewed up and spat out. That is the nicest way to say it. Fair play to St Mirren though, they deserve their fucking dues. Suppose that's all that we really need to cover for this stream. I don't think there's too much else to necessarily add, is there? I'm excited to see you. Oh, someone unsubscribed, that's real fucking nice. We're still on 1800 though, so that's not too bad. At least we gained the 2 subscribers we needed. That was worth it. What is the solution? I'd like to know, because I can't see this board sacking him. Simple. If the board won't sack him, we sack the board. that would be my kind of way of thinking. But realistically, they'll need to sit Nancy down and make it as crystal fucking clear. Like, if you mess up again, you're gone straight up. Like, you don't even get to fucking sit there and say that you're worth your contract, because your contract entails that you win a match. And he hasn't done that yet, so if he's not fucking doing what he said and sat down and agreed to, because this is the thing about contracts, most of them have stipulations or kind of rules on them, and on his will probably be something along the lines of guarantee at least 1 piece of silverware, and he's already thrown away one of those chances with no real fucking attempt to fight. First manager to lose, first 3, I think he's lost 3. Between, I mean, again, Roma's a bit more of a respectable one because it's fucking Roma, but Hearts and St Mirren. Hearts, sure. St Mirren, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, how do you lose that bad? Yeah, kind of more on board with what Watchalong's saying. It's more across the board, top to bottom. There's problems that kind of infect every part of the fucking framework that is Celtic Football Club right now. That's the issue, straight up, simple and pure. I'm not one of those green-tinted motherfuckers that will sit there and go, oh, it's just because no, it's simple, right? The players don't want to play for a manager that isn't fucking going to try and work and figure out what's best for the players. The manager doesn't necessarily trust the system because, of course, he's fucking switched it up the second that he's came in. That's problematic. And when you've got that collision, then you need someone like a McGregor to pull Nancy to the side and go, hey man, maybe consider, just maybe, don't play 3 at the back. because we don't have the defensive structure, or more importantly, the fucking wingers to pull off these formations. Stick with what Martin O'Neill did, because at least that way, we got the fucking 3-4 at the back. That's fine, whatever. But Martin O'Neill didn't do any of that. He just went, fuck it, we'll stick with what Rodgers did, but tweak one or two things and push Nygren further up. That's it. And look what happened, we went on a fucking winning streak. The only thing we lost was to Michelin, which is not a bad result to take, considering the fact they're fucking already qualified for the playoffs in the Europa League. It's just, good point, Jack, honestly. Selling players that we shouldn't have sold at really pointless fucking times, not investing in the right things. Across the board, it's just not very fucking good. That's been nice about it. And again, we had a little stint when Martin O'Neill came in, we actually had a kind of uplifting moment. And then when we brought straight back to reality when the board actually make a decision. So, it's one of those, isn't it? Can't really argue with it in the sense of the fact that we weren't really going to expect too much from Nancy out the gate anyway. Like I said, the first two wasn't expecting much, but Jesus Christ, we need to fucking... We really need to fire it out. That's why St Mirren would have gave this game everything they got, Thomas. Realistically. The entire will be raging. I don't think that's the case, sure. Most of us are probably too depressed to be raging, let's be fully honest. Okay, Jay, I'm guaranteeing you are a Rangers fan. There's a few that always do this. It's always funny because, again, it's not as if yous are in a better position. Yeah, when we're shite, yous are shite. I'll keep this in mind. It's like a broke man calling another man broke. It's like, yeah, okay, cool. How's your season going, Chief? We're all fucking miserably bad. Come on. It is what it is. Like, try and have a laugh, mate. Life doesn't need to be that fucking serious. Other than another stream. Probably, who knows. I ain't too sure. But I guess that's all there really needs to be said about this one in particular. It's, take it on the chin and move on, but fuck's sake, man, our chin's been cracked 3 times in a row. That's bad. That's really bad. So we need to fix that first of all, right? Stop conceding fucking goals. And what's the easiest way to do that? Not playing 3 at the back. Either play with fucking 5 like you did at Columbus, or more importantly, just maybe the 4 that worked. It's one of those. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Whilst we have the 2 games in hand on Hearts, bring back Martin O'Neill. Might honestly be the play, who knows? We'll just see what happens. If that's you, I've no problem at all, man. You take it easy. Sorry you had to suffer through that. I do feel for a lot of the kind of younger ones. That's definitely not fun. Well, the next game, I love when it freezes like that. That was fantastic. Everyone just completely fucking slowed down. The next game technically is on the 17th. I don't know if I'll be live for it, I'll be honest with you. Maybe. I'll see how I feel kind of thing. It is a game in hand, so it's one of those, well, if I miss it, it's not going to be too catastrophic, I suppose. Celtic get in at a long run of dark days. Nah, it's only going to be as dark as the board will let it. And they're going to need to light the torches at some fucking point and set fire to a motherfucker in order to kind of see where they're going and what they're doing, because right now it's just not... It's not working, let's be honest. The tactics were shite, and I can't wait for him to say, oh, we're still finding our feet after the match, like he's done for the previous 2. Sent home goal the morning, and wanted to stay. Pedro gave those vibes when talking back midweek. Bring him back. Might be the play, honestly. 3 will just need 3 defensive players, whereas Pussy... No, 3 will definitely not work, David. You've seen what that's worked in Europe. Fucking pointless, because we just concede chances. Domestically, it allows teams to match up their midfielder against us. 3 at the back does not work. Right, it works in the Premier League because you've got so many different systems in the Premier League, but in the SPFL there's like 3. You either play with a 4-3-3, a 4-4-2, or a 3-5-2, something like that. You have very limited options in the SPFL, but for some reason Nancy's came in and went, yeah, even though we're not defensively good right now, let's take another defender out to put a midfielder in, even though the midfielder's comfortably the strongest part of the park for us, where we've not had too many problems. Ideally we want an extra striker if that's the case, so go for a 4-4-2 if you're thinking like that. Like, there's just so many different little things that you need to tweak and change, you know, positionally from Nancy that could honestly make the team work, but not a bother at all, Megan, you take it easy. Triple comment, I've just seen that comment there, big ups, that's class. bring him in again for the double. I try and fucking salvage whatever's left of this, let's be honest, stale ass season. Let's, you know, say it as is. It's not been the most comfortable thing in the world. See if we gained any more. Oh, we did actually gain a subscriber out of then. I think there was someone that commented that earlier on, so thank you to you, Phil, that's very kind. Going to get ready to wrap this up and call it a day. Let's be honest, not a fun one for us in a lot of aspects. Let's be fully fucking honest, but it is what it is, right? They'll play to St Mirren. They deserve I was going to say their stripes, technically, yeah, their pinstripes, I guess you would call it. I can now go and, I guess, watch dots for a bit and probably make some food and figure out what the game plan is for the rest of the day. But yeah, my entire week has been ruined. We have conceded 6 goals and scored 1 this week alone. Absolutely fantastic work. Things you love to see, man. Things you absolutely love to see. But for those that are you know, getting ready to leave, or if you're just about to depart, thank you for joining us for those streaming. If you're just here to watch the kind of tail end because you think I'd melt down, well, no, I was already depressed. Dundee United against Celtic, that'll be the next game that we play on the 17th. Like I said, I don't know if I'll be live for it. If not, I'll definitely be live for the next one against Aberdeen. That will be 3 or 4 days afterwards. So, you know, keep that in mind if you would like to join us for those potentially. If not, I'll most likely be in the Discord for that game on the 17th, and then live for the one against Aberdeen, one of the two, I guess, anyway. But on the one that mattered, on the game that mattered, we fucked it, let's be honest. St Mirren deserved it, fair enough to them. But hey, at least we had possession, right? Fucking not fair to bother at all, Celtic forever, mate. Pleasure to have you in as always. I'll understand the pain. Come on, Dundee, fair enough, Jim. People are playing on our downfall. It does not matter. Our downfall's already secured as long as we got that fucking prick in charge anyway, but it is what it is. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time to join us and all that good jazz. Is you know, it's very much appreciated. If I picked this chance to get a panel for probably not gonna lie, James. They'd probably just grabbed whoever the fuck they had on retainer. Let's be honest. But aye, who really cares? See you on the 17th potentially. If you like this stream, fantastic. If you're one of the new subscribers, appreciate you. We're at 1800 now, so that's cool. 200 away for 2000. Maybe that's the end of the season type goal. But yeah, for now, I'm off to think about my life choices and, more importantly, whatever tactical layout that was. I need to figure that out for the next match, because holy shit, that was confusing as hell for the best of times. But yeah, even though we lost, still have to fucking say it, right? Celtic are still the best goddamn team on the fucking planet. I'll catch you all on the next stream. Like I said, whether that would be the 17th against Dundee or the 20th or 21st against Aberdeen. You'll see me at some point during the next 7 days. So, you know, there is that. Until then though, you just take it easy, enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you in the next stream. Hey, well, have a good one. Oh, we are shite. Oh, we are shite. Fair play, man.